Hi guys, hope everybody's doing really well. It's Rob back for another video. It's been a while. Yeah, finds videos. That's kind of the only thing I tend to do these days, really. But yeah, obviously I had a lot of other distractions, the Euros and so on, and following England, their glorious victory yesterday, which was slightly unexpected and but very very welcome performance, and yeah, hopefully they're going to go on and carry on and be even more successful, so fingers crossed. Yeah, anyway, so enough about football. Yeah, I'm here for vinyl finds. I've got a lot to show. This is all stuff from the last 2 or 3 weeks, so I'm not going to spend an awful lot of time on any of them, otherwise I'll never get through this in half an hour. So I'm going to just crack straight on. Okay, so these aren't in any order. They're all over the place. So it's a combination of brand new purchases from online, some second-hand stuff that I got online, and obviously my usual purchases from SJ Records, from Ben. So yeah, a real mixed bag, and all over the place, as is my want. Okay, so starting off, absolutely brilliant release. This is the 50th anniversary of the fantastic Deja Vu album, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Yeah, I'm not going to say an awful lot about this because there's been a lot of unboxing videos already done on YouTube about this, which would be a darn sight better than a job than I would do. So go and check those out if you are interested in purchasing this. So yeah, this is the 50th anniversary of this album in this wonderful hardback, like a book release. That's the track listing that came on the back after you took the shrink wrap off. So it's essentially it's the remastered album. On the original Atlantic label, as it came out in 1970 when it was first released. 180 gram, the usual bloody blah. I don't know how it sounds. I haven't played it because I have an original copy anyway, but it was really for the CDs, the extra bonus tracks that I wanted this for anyway, because I think this was probably their most creative period as a band. So yeah, I really wanted to delve into the sessions and the alternate versions of the tracks as they appear. So yeah, so you've got essentially CD1, which is the original album. Then disc 2 is demos. So obviously demo versions of the tracks on the album that finally appeared. Excellent stuff on there. Some really interesting tracks. Outtakes, which is interesting as well. And then the fourth disc is alternative versions. So just alternative mixes of the tracks that appeared. But yeah, I mean, there's some really great alternate versions, acoustic versions of songs that I've not heard before. Some which had already appeared on, I think, the double CD, which came out in the 90s, which I have. So yeah, not all of it original and available here for the first time, but a really good set. It sounds fantastic, and yeah, for the money, I think it's because I don't always go in for these all singing, all dancing box sets. I don't think they always represent particularly good value for money, but in this case, I think it definitely does. And yeah, the packaging, the sound quality, everything's really top drawer. So yeah, really pleased to get that. Okay, next one, Roy Harper album, which I've never owned on vinyl. I had on CD back in the day when it came out, and yeah, this is his 1990 album, Once. That's the inner sleeve with the lyrics. And this is on Awareness Records. And yeah, this is quite an overlooked Roy Harper album in his catalogue. Prior to buying this, I hadn't actually listened to this album for quite a few years. I always remember I liked it. I saw him actually perform tracks from this on the year it came out at Glastonbury, and he was absolutely phenomenal, as Roy always is. It's always an experience when you see him live, but yeah, quite political. Obviously, as is Roy's wont, he tends to write a lot of songs. He's very honest in his lyrics, the way he writes, and some very brave subject matter, which could be deemed as quite controversial. So I'm not gonna go into that. But it's an interesting listen. It's very well recorded, and yeah, nice to revisit it. It's an interesting sort of montage of different shots from Roy as a little lad on the back there as well. Yeah, so pleased to get that, and yeah, it was a decent price as well. So okay, adding to my fast-growing Michael Hedges collection, this is another live one that Ben had in, which I was happy to pick up. This is Live on the Double Planet from 1987. So yeah, recorded live April, May 1987. It's got All Along the Watchtower, his version of that. The wonderful Silent Anticipations, Because It's There, Breakfast in the Field. Funky Avocado, just yeah, great. Superb guitarist, Michael Hedges. Really like his performance. Not quite so keen on his vocal stuff, although he has got a good voice. But I do prefer it when it's he's just playing his amazing guitar. Highly innovative, and yeah, well, very highly recommended if you've not heard him. That's on Windham Hill Records, by the way. Okay, next one, band I really enjoy. I know there's a sort of split camp on the VC with this group, but I love their kind of strange, folky, psychedelic kind of whimsy. It just hits the spot for me. I've had this on CD for many years, but nice to pick up a nice early 70s pressing. This is, of course, Incredible String Band and 5,000 Spirits, or the Layers of the Onion. So this is their second studio album from 1967. This is obviously after Clive Palmer had departed the band, and Robin Williamson and Mike Herron were in full progressive folk mode on this. It's just, yeah, it's a wonderful album. All the songs: Chinese White, No Sleep Blues, Painting Box, Eyes of Fate, Hedgehog Song I love, First Girl I loved. Although the version on the Chelsea tapes, which of First Girl I Loved, I think I prefer. which was the Chelsea sessions. That was the recordings that were done prior to this album coming out. But yeah, it's just, there's not a bad track on this. And of course you've got that wonderful period psychedelic cover by The Fool. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, so this is I say an early 70s pressing on Elektra, Butterfly Elektra label. Okay, next one's one I've heard, but I've never got around to buying a vinyl copy. I usually see this and it's totally trashed. Chicago's wonderful debut, Chicago Transit Authority, which of course they had to change the name of for copyright reasons because of using the name of the Transit Authority. So yeah, this is kind of like a matte cover. I don't know whether it's an original press. It's certainly an early pressing. I've got the gatefold there, the band. This is on CBS, that orange CBS label. Yeah, and I think this is arguably probably their best album. I think probably, you know, they became, you know, that they were sort of hard rocking jazz pop, very funky. And then just obviously as the 70s progressed, their albums just became smoother and smoother, and I certainly lost interest for me anyway. But this is there's a great energy on this record. Tracks like Beginnings and is fantastic. Questions. Yeah, great stuff. Okay, jazz album here, one that I was happy to pick up. Haven't bought any jazz for a while. This is a really nice 80s pressing on Blue Note of Indestructible by Art Blakey. Obviously the band leader on this one. So you've got obviously Art Blakey, of course, on drums, Lee Morgan trumpet, Curtis Fuller trombone, Wayne Shorter sax, Cedar Walton on piano, and Reginald Workman on bass. When was this recorded? I'm going to say 1963, 64 maybe. Not too sure. But yeah, really, really great. Obviously heavy on the percussion. It's great sessions. I've only played this once, so I'm still getting to grips with it. But yeah, an enjoyable listen, as most of those 60s Blue Note releases are. Okay, really delighted to get this next one. I was a bit annoyed with myself because I probably paid over the odds for it, but I'm just fed up of trying to find a decent original pressing of it that wasn't scratched or beaten up. And this is Just Can't Stop at the Beat. So yeah, this is probably the third copy of this that I've owned. This, as I say, this is an original UK press, in really, really nice condition, and it plays through without skipping, which my other one didn't. So yeah, pleased to get that. Wonderful debut from The Beat. Love that album. Okay, next one is an album that a band that I've virtually got nothing of at all, but I do like this album. I think the songwriting is very strong on this. This is Grateful Dead and American Beauty. Yeah, I really enjoy this one. This is from 1970. I think this is a 71 repress on that green Warner Brothers. nice, yeah, just really nice Grateful Dead album. I just love the songs on this. I think they're excellent. It's got a great kind of laid back, almost laid back kind of vibe to it. Yeah, bluesy rock. Yeah, you know what you're getting with Grateful Dead. Yeah, fantastic, fabulous album. Really pleased to get that. Okay, next one is an album that I've had a really beaten up copy of, but I was happy to do a bit of trading to get this particular copy. This is Black Sabbath Volume 4, but you'll notice that it's on this WWA label, so obviously not a Vertigo original, although this is from 1973, so an early pressing. I'll show the label. It's in pretty decent condition. Ben had several copies of this in some later reissues and an original first UK press on the Swirl label, but it was like 100 quid and I wasn't prepared to pay that. But this looks a nice copy, and it's, apart from Paranoid, it's probably my favourite Sabbath album from that early period. Yeah, really, really happy to get that. Next one was a freebie. This is one that I'm not familiar with. I know a couple of the tracks on here, but I haven't heard the album. I think this might be their third. This is Barclay James Harvest and Other Short Stories. So this is an original on Harvest. Nice kind of textured sleeve. On the Harvest label there. So yeah, looking forward to hearing this. This isn't an album that I'm familiar with, but very gracious of Ben to let me have this for nothing. It's in really, really nice condition. So thank you very much, Ben. Looking forward to listening to that. This one I did pay for. I think I paid a tenner for this, but again, this is another Barclay James Harvest album, which I didn't have. This is their follow-up to the debut. It's obviously, once again, kind of butterfly gatefold to a stained glass window cover. So yeah, I mean, I know I've heard Mockingbird and Galadriel, I think, off this. So this is from 1971. And it's in excellent condition, with that kind of sort of laminated clear foil cover. Yeah, really pleased to get that. Next one's one I was familiar with. I'd heard quite some years ago. Always enjoyed it. Never had it a vinyl copy. This is the Paul Simon Songbook. So I believe these are songs, early songs of Paul Simon's that were recorded just prior to or just after his tour of the UK, his first tour of the UK. I'm not too sure, but they're all just unaccompanied, just Paul and the guitar, and it's really nice. They're really nice versions, just to hear them just stripped down without the production on. So you got I Am a Rock, Church is Burning, April Comes She Will, Most Peculiar Man, Sound of Silence, Kathy's Song, Flowers Never Been with the Rain Before. So yeah, songs that would eventually appear on Parsley, Sage, Rosemary and Thyme. So yeah, really pleased to get that. And that's on Orange CBS. Okay, time's getting on. I have to rattle through these. Okay, next one, artist I absolutely love. I've had this on CD forever. Never been able to find a really nice original copy of this album. I've seen people on the VC pick up copies of it fairly recently and been very jealous. So I was delighted to pick this up. This is John Martyn's Bless the Weather from 1971. On that island, Pink Ring Island, in wonderful condition. Virtually no ring wear at all. Really clean. Really, really pleased to pick this up. Yeah, and this just has some of my favourite John Martyn songs. The title track, Go Easy, Just Now, Head and Heart, which is just magnificent, Back Down the River, and then the whimsy of Singing in the Rain, just perfectly closing out the album. Wonderful, wonderful record. Delighted to get that. A couple of new purchases from online. This is music on vinyl repress of Judy Sill's debut. Yeah, I've got an original copy of this, but it's one of my favorite albums, and I've just played it to death. And it was quite expensive, so I didn't want to wear it out anymore. So I thought I'd buy a copy repress. These music on vinyl pressings are excellent. I have quite a few of them. They're always good sounding. I've got also Heart Food, a follow-up, which is a music on vinyl pressing as well, because I'm yet to find a decent original copy at a reasonable price, because they're quite expensive, the originals. So really happy to get that. Next one, album I love. I had the CD originally when it came out. This is an expanded version that came out a couple of years ago. Was it 2019? Yeah. So this is Nirvana Unplugged in New York. It's got this kind of silver foil on the cover, which is quite nice. Yeah, fantastic session, fantastic album. This, I think, and the Neil Young one were always my favourites from those Unplugged sessions. So yeah, this is on over 2 discs. It's just on regular black vinyl. But it's also got some rehearsal tracks, and obviously some banter from production team and Nirvana and Kurt, which is interesting. Not essential, I wouldn't have thought, but nice to have, and it was a decent price, so I was happy to pick that up. Next one is a John Renbourn album that I didn't own, that had a split cover, and the disc was a bit dirty, but I cleaned it up. This is Pharaoh Annie, really, really nice early John Renbourn release, 1971. Bluesy, yeah, mainly covers and traditional songs, as John Renbourn does, but obviously played and updated in his own way with this just superb yeah, you know exactly what you're getting with John Renbourn. It's just quality throughout. Willow Winsbury, The Cuckoo, Back on the Road Again. Pharaoh Annie, which was an original, which he wrote with Richard Thompson. That's a really nice track. Yeah, and it's really, really nice album. Pleased to get, and I got it for a steal. Next few are just yada yada yada, nothing spectacular, but collection fillers. That's a reissue of Phaedra, Tangerine Dream. Picked up really cheap because I had an original copy, but it was in pretty scratched up condition. So yeah, these Virgin reissues sound fairly decent. Obviously important with Tangerine Dream that because they're quite ambient, that you pick them up in good condition. That one's really clean. This one, the cover's a bit tired on it. Reissue Rubicon, love this record, 1975. That's the same label, the green and red label as the last one. This could be an original, I'm not sure. This is Cyclone, so this is 1978. Again, this was really, really cheap, so I was happy to pick it up in very clean condition. Bit of a sort of split camp on this one because it has the inclusion of vocals, which I don't think were particularly popular with some Tangerine Dream aficionados. I actually quite like it, it's quite interesting. That's Steve Jolliffe that does the vocals, but you've got the regulars, of course, of Chris Franke and Edgar Froese. So yeah, happy to pick that. Okay, and the last two are just mega, absolutely total grails. I did quite a bit of trading in to get these two, which unbelievably Ben managed to acquire from collections within a week of one another. These originals of these, I've been looking for them for years and years. Never thought I would pick them up, let alone each one within a week of each other. So original Scott 3, UK first stereo press on Philips. Absolutely delighted to get this. I have seen a couple of copies of this before, but were heavily beaten up, and also the horrible Unipack, which we all loathe and detest. But this is wonderful. This is laminated, spines in really, really nice condition. Just wonderful, fantastic album. All-time favorite. And yeah, if that wasn't enough, before then I managed to pick up Scott 4. Yeah, absolutely delighted to get this, and this is just in immaculate condition. The same on Philips UK first press. This wasn't cheap. But it's the only copy I've ever seen, and Ben's never seen another copy. So yeah, by hook or by crook, I had to get my hands on this. So yeah, delighted to get both of those at last. So that's it, guys. Managed to make it before the 30-minute mark. So okay, yeah, sorry I've been away for a while. Obviously the Euros and life and everything gets in the way. Only so many hours in the day you can do this stuff. So I've been meaning to do this, yeah, for a week. Didn't mean to get so far behind, but glad I've caught up. Hope you're all having a great week, enjoying the Euros, those who are interested. Yeah, good luck to England in the semi-final next Wednesday. Let's hope we win. and get in a final. First one for major tournament for 50 odd years. So wouldn't that be something? Okay, guys, take care of yourself. Have a great week, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.